All right, beautiful friends, let's go ahead and get started here. All right, so we're going to start this morning. Good morning. It's Friday. I love Fridays, and I love being with you guys early on a Friday morning. So thanks for joining us at 7:15. We'll do 30 minutes of core, and then if you can stay, then you can do 30 minutes of super chill, restorative, relax. So we're going to start today in a seated posture. So when we work our core muscles, we work the pelvic muscles, we work the abdominals, we work the low back, and we work the hips. And when we work all of these areas, it helps to create what they call core stability. So it helps us with balance, and it helps us with preventing injuries. It helps us to keep our low back stable and safe. And particularly what we're going to work on today is we're going to use our breath to massage those low belly muscles so we can work on speeding up our metabolism and burning those calories in addition to all of that. So 30 minutes of core. So you might start with a little bit of a mantra for yourself today, something like, I am strong, something like, powerful, something that's going to keep you in that mood. But when you're ready, we're just going to start with that breath. So from any seated posture, just take a nice big deep breath in and breathe all the way down into your belly and open it up so it feels a little soft. And then as you exhale, we're going to squeeze those low pelvic floor muscles up. We're going to pull up behind the navel and exhale it all the way out to the end of the exhale. So you're squeezing and massaging and activating those core muscles with your breath. So inhale, fill up, soften, and open up your belly. And as you exhale, squeeze up through the pelvic floor, squeeze up through those low abdominal muscles, and really empty out your breath. Let's do that again. Inhale, fully opening up. And exhale, squeeze up through the pelvic floor, up through those abdominal muscles, and really empty it out. So we'll add a little movement with that now. So now as you inhale, sweep your arms forward and float them up to the sky. And as you exhale, make fists with your hands, squeeze up through those pelvic muscles as you pull those elbows up and in and squeeze up right behind the navel. So inhale, stretch up, big breath in. Exhale, squeeze those abdominal muscles, pull it up and in. So as you inhale, sweep it up, reach up through those active fingers. Exhale, fists of fire. You might even pull those knees up and in if that feels available for you. Inhale, stretch and reach it up through those fingers, big stretch. Exhale, activate the belly muscles, pull it up and in. You might even float your feet off the ground. 2 more times. Inhale, stretch it up. Big breaths. Exhale, squeeze it up and in as you float your legs up off the ground. 1 more time. Inhale, stretch and reach it up. Exhale, squeeze it up and in and hold. I'm going to turn to the side now. So now go ahead and unwind your feet. So take the big toes to touch, and your arms are going to just reach out in front of you. Keep squeezing up through that strong core, breathing steady. Tap your right foot down, and then your left. Tap your right foot down, and then your left. Right, left, right, left. 2 more times. Right, left, and right, and left. And now as you lift it up, big toes touch, take your hands out in front of you like you're holding on to a paddle and you're going to start to row. So row to the right, row to the left. Row to the right, row to the left. Right, your pace, left. Keep breathing. Right, left. 2 more times. Right, left, right, left. As you come up through center, plant your feet, reach up through your arms, big breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead and tuck and curl and roll yourself all the way back down onto the ground and bring your fingertips behind your ears, elbows nice and wide. Take your legs straight up to the sky, reach up tall, and as you reach up through the legs, now take the soles of your feet together and your knees nice and wide. Press your low back into the ground. Take a big sip of breath in. As you exhale, go ahead and take those elbows up and through towards the center of your diamond. You can peel up through your tail a little bit. Inhale, bring the elbows wide and down as you extend your legs straight. Exhale, curl up and in, maybe lift the tail a little bit. Inhale, lift the legs, elbows wide. Exhale, curl it up and in. Inhale, elbows wide, legs long. Exhale, curl it up and in. And 5, your pace. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And now as you bring those legs long, let your head rest down towards the ground. Nice job. Now bend your knees right over your hips. You can let your legs fall or your feet fall down if you want. And keep your low back on the ground. Go ahead and take a big sip of breath in all the way down into that belly. As you exhale again, squeeze up through those pelvic core muscles all the way up through your belly as you lift your head and shoulders, elbows wide. Take your elbows to touch your right knee and scoop your left leg forward and out. Inhale back to center, elbows wide. Exhale, take it across, right elbow to the left knee as you stretch your right leg out. Inhale to center, exhale, twist. Inhale to center, exhale, twist. And let's take it a little faster for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And as you come back to center, release your head. Take your hands behind your knees and gently rock forwards and backwards, up and down the length of your spine, just a couple of times. And eventually go ahead and rock yourself right back up into that table, that half boat position. Feet floating off the ground, big toes pressing each other. And once again, go ahead and stretch your fingers out in front of you. Tap your left foot, tap your right. Tap your left foot, tap your right. Left, right. Left, right. Lift your heart, left, right, left, right. One more time, left and right. As you hold, grab that paddle and start to row a little faster. Row at your own pace for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now on 1, this time cross your ankles, bring your fingers forward and down, and step back into your high plank, high push-up position. You can always drop your knees for modification. Pull those low belly muscles up and in. Lengthen your spine. You're so strong, you're amazing. Take another big breath in and out. And on your next exhale, press your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Stretch it out, take a deep breath in. And a slow exhalation out. You're so amazing. Shh. So on this one, come forward like you're rolling forward into your high plank. And as you exhale, lift your hips up and back and melt your heels. So lift from your belly, lift from your ribs, lift from your chest. Start to roll yourself forward into that high plank, shoulders over your wrists, and exhale, press it up and back. One more time. Inhale, curl yourself forward nice and slow. And exhale, press it up and back. You're amazing. Now go ahead and come forward into your high plank and come down to one forearm and then the other forearm. So you're on your forearms in your forearm plank. Take your right knee to touch, lift it up. Take your left knee to touch, lift it up. Right, left, right, left. Soft gaze out in front of you. Left, right, left, right, left. One more time each side. Right and left. And as you come all the way back up onto your high plank, go ahead and lift your hips up and back. Take a deep breath in. And a slow exhalation out. You're amazing. Shh. Now go ahead and roll forward into that high plank, high push-up position again, and step your right foot out to the right, off the mat, and bring it back and into center. Take your left foot off to the left, and step it back to center. Soft gaze, right, and in, left, and in, right, in, left, in, right, in, left, in, last time, right, in, and left, and in, and go ahead and press back to your down dog. You're amazing. Take a deep breath in, and a slow exhalation out. So for this next one, go ahead and come down onto your knees. Turn your left leg, bring your left leg straight out to the left, from the hip socket all the way out. Walk your hands up your right knee and come on up to stand. With your hands on your hips, go ahead and stretch your right arm way out to the right and bring your right fingers to the ground. Good. And go ahead and float your left leg off the ground. Lift from the outside of that left foot. Take your left arm and reach your left fingers up. Shoulders are on the back. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, take that left hand forward, down, and twist it under and through. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, twist it under and through. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, take it under and through. Nice and smooth. Inhale, smooth moves. Exhale, twist it through. Last time, inhale, reach it up. And exhale, take it under and through. Now as you reach your arm back up, go ahead and land that left foot, come up to a T with your arms, and now drop your left arm down your left leg as you reach your right arm up and over and take a nice big stretch here through the right side. You can gaze down to the left, you can look up to the right. Take a nice big beautiful breath. Nice job, friends. Inhale, come back to center, and we'll switch sides. So come down to your hands and knees. Slide your right leg straight out from the hip socket, toes turned forward, and walk your hands up your left leg. Good, just take your hands on your hips for a second. Left fingers reach way out to the left, and take your left fingers to the ground as you float your right leg. So your right foot reaching up through the outside of that right foot. When you're ready, reach up through your right arm. Big stretch up. Exhale, bring it forward, under, and twist it through. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, take it under and twist it through. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it under and through, beautiful friends. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, twist it through. Last time. Inhale, reach it up to the sky. And exhale, twist it under and through. And as you take it up nice and high now, go ahead and land that right foot and come on up to your T with your arms. Slide your right finger down your right legs and stretch your left arm up and over. So find that big stretch through the left side. Gaze down to the right or up to the left, whichever feels better for your neck. And take a smooth breath in and out. Nice job. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, come back to your hands and your knees and press back for your downward facing dog. Nice work. On your in-breath, take your right leg high to the sky for your three-legged down dog. As you exhale, shift forward so your shoulders are over your wrists and take your right knee to your right elbow or even above it if you can. Inhale, reach your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, cross it over to your left elbow or above it. Inhale, reach up to your three-legged down dog. And exhale, come to your low lunge, ankle under your knee. Rise up into your high lunge, Anjaneyasana, and we'll add a nice big twist here. So bring your hands to your heart and take your left elbow around the outside of that right knee. Press through the palms and ring out through your spine. Steady your breath. Smooth, beautiful breaths. On your in-breath, take a nice big stretch up to the sky. And as you exhale, plant your hands, step back to high plank and hold. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Inhale, float your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, touch above that left elbow. Inhale, reach it up high. Use the sides of your waist to lift and take that knee above your right elbow. Inhale, reach it up high. Exhale, find that low lunge. Inhale to high lunge, Anjaneyasana, get nice and stable. And we'll add that twist to the left. Hands to your heart. Take your right knee outside of that left elbow, or left knee, right elbow outside of the left knee, and find that big twist to the left. Ringing out through your spine. On your in-breath, rise up, take a big stretch up to the sky. And exhale, step back to your high plank and hold. And breathe. For 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And on 1, lift your hips up and back and melt your heels. Take a nice big sip of breath in. And a slow exhalation out. Let it go. Shh. Let's add on. Inhale, right leg sweeps to the sky. Exhale, touch your right elbow. Touch or above it. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, cross it over to the left. Inhale, float it high. Exhale, find your low lunge. Inhale, high lunge, reach up high. Exhale, add your twist to the right. Now this time as you inhale, reach up nice and high. And as you exhale, we're going to add another twist to the right. So bring your right hand back and your left hand forward. Relax the shoulders, reach out through your fingers. Keep your right knee forward over the ankle. If it's available, gaze to the right or all the way back to your right thumb. If it's available, you can drop your right fingers down to that left thigh and stretch your left arm up and add a little bit of a back bend to your twist here. Good. Inhale, reach your arms back up to the sky into your high lunge facing forward. Exhale, step back to your high plank and hold. For 5. Steady your breath for 4. 3. 2, plank is so good for overall strength. And on 1, lift your hips up and back and melt your heels. Inhale, float your left leg to the sky. Last time. Exhale to the left elbow, touch. You're amazing. Inhale, reach it up. Take it at your own pace. Cross it over to your right elbow. Inhale, lift it up nice and high. Exhale to your low lunge. Inhale, reach up, big stretch up into your high lunge. Exhale, twist to your left. Now on your in-breath, rise back up again. And as you exhale, take your left fingers back to the left and your right fingers forward. Relax the shoulders. Perhaps gaze to the left. Perhaps gaze all the way to that back thumb. Perhaps add that reverse revolve, dropping your left hand down to the right thigh. Reaching your right fingers up and back. It's a back bend, it's a twist. Beautiful. Nice and steady, come back to your high lunge, facing forward. Exhale, step back to your high plank and hold. Last time. Lengthen out for 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And beautiful friends, come down onto your forearms for 1. And hold. For 5, draw the belly up and in for 4, 3, and 2, and on 1, drop your hips down. Release your toes. Find a soft focal point here and take some steady breaths, perhaps with your eyes closed, stretching out your belly in Sphinx pose. Take a nice big sip of breath in. And a slow exhalation out. Nice job. Nice and easy. Take your elbows wide. Swing your arms back and around behind you. With your tail down, roll up through your head and shoulders. Roll your fingers back and stretch them behind you. Stretch your toes behind you. And you might lift your legs up off the ground. You might lift a little higher. Steady your breath. Reaching your fingers and toes behind you. You can stay here. If you're feeling really strong and powerful after our core work so far today, maybe you want to bring your arms out wide like an airplane and fly. Keep steady through your breath. Keep the tail down. Maybe you're going to take it even further and stretch your arms out in front of you for Superman. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, slide your hands back next to your chest or ribs and push back into your child's pose. Hips over your ankles, take a deep breath in. And a slow exhalation out. Nice job. So coming onto your hands and your knees, walk your knees forward, cross your ankles, and as you reach your hips back, stretch your legs around in front of you. Nice job. Arms out in front of you. Lift your heart. Relax the shoulders down the back. Take a big breath in. And exhale, tuck and curl and roll yourself all the way down onto the ground with your arms long down by your side. Walk your shoulders down away from the ears. Walk your heels in towards your glutes and slide your hips up towards the sky. Resting your head and your shoulders and your arms on the ground. Squeezing up through the hips. On your in-breath, release the hips. As you exhale, squeeze them up. As you inhale, release the hips. As you exhale, squeeze them up. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze them up. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze them up. Knees forward one more time. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze them up and hold. Take your right leg up to the sky. Imagine your right toes can reach up and touch the ceiling. And on your inhale, drop the hips low to hover. Exhale, press it up. Inhale, drop it to hover. Exhale, press it up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Down. Up. One more time. Down and up. Release your right foot to the ground. Inhale, hips down. Exhale, squeeze them up. Inhale, hips down. Exhale, squeeze them up. Inhale, hips down. Exhale, squeeze them up and hold. Take your left leg up to the sky. Reach those left toes even higher. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale to hover. Exhale, squeeze it up. Inhale. Exhale, up. Inhale. Exhale, up for 2. Last time, inhale to hover. And exhale, stretch it up. As you release your left foot, release your hips to the ground. Bring your knees into the chest and grab your peace fingers around your big toes for happy baby pose. Take a big, beautiful breath in and out. You're amazing. Nice work. You're doing awesome. So go ahead and release your feet, and we're going to roll over onto our right side. And as you roll over onto your right side, you're going to take your right arm way out in front of you, and then just prop your head up on your right elbow. And when you're ready, just bend your knees, and we're going to take the left knee up and exhale it down. Left leg up, exhale it down. Exhale up and down and up and down. Now this time as you lift it up, take your left toes and reach them up to the sky, long through that leg. And as you exhale, bring that knee back down to touch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down to touch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down to touch. Inhale, lift. Exhale down to touch. Inhale, lift. Exhale down to touch. One more time. Inhale, lift. Now exhale down to touch and extend that leg really straight. Come on up onto your elbows. Now I want you to keep your hips really still and just make some small circles with that left leg, that left foot. Like you're circling and making, like you're painting circles with your big left toe. And then go ahead and change directions. Little circles, keeping those hips nice and still. Nice job. For 3, 2, and 1. So go ahead and switch it over to the other side. So we're gonna come down all the way on the left side, reach your left arm way out in front of you, and then bend the elbow and prop your head up on your hands. Knees bent. Inhale, take your right knee up. Exhale down to hover or touch. Up and down. Smooth it out. Inhale up and down. Up, down. Up, down. Up and down. So this time as you bring it up, reach those right toes way up high. Extend through the leg. Exhale, bend the knee and bring it down to touch. Up and down. Up and down. All the way up, down to hover or touch. All the way up, down to hover and touch. Up, down, up, down. One more time, up and down. And then go ahead and extend that right leg super straight and come on up on that elbow. Keep the core of your body very still and start to make some circles with that right leg. Nice and steady. For 3. Hips stay still for 2. Keep breathing. And then go ahead and switch directions. Nice and slow and steady. Your own perfect pace. For 2. And for 1. And go ahead and come on up to sit nice and tall. So we're going to find a seated posture, any seated posture that feels good to you. And I just want to come back to that beautiful breath that's going to help you to keep that metabolism burning extra calories today. So when you're ready, close your eyes with your hands resting on your thighs and take a nice big sip of breath in. Soften the belly, open it up, and as you exhale, lift through those pelvic core muscles. Lift right behind that navel center and squeeze that breath all the way out. Let's do that again. So inhale, fill up, soften and expand that low belly. Let it lift and reach wide. And as you exhale, lift through the pelvic muscles. Squeeze up and in through your navel center and empty the breath all the way out. So we'll do that one more time. Take another big sip of breath in. Open and expand through the belly. And exhale, squeeze up, 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 and let it out. Nice job. In breath, take a nice big stretch up to the sky, friends. And as you exhale, gather your hands into your lovely heart. Thank you so much for the core part of our practice today, for joining us. If you're moving on to the yummy restorative pose practice, we're going to stay right here in our seated posture to start it out. So find a comfortable place for the beginning of your restorative practice. And if you would like to sit on a blanket, if that's more comfortable for your hips, you go ahead and do so. But as you sit nice and tall here, friends, rest your hands on your lap and just take a slow, steady breath in and out. And as we move into our restorative practice, if you were doing the core part of our practice with us, you might feel a little bit more stable, a little bit easier to sit up nice and tall here. So when you're ready, we're just going to take our left fingers out to the left and walk them away from us while you drop your right ear over your right shoulder. And take a few slow, spacious breaths here. With each inhale, noticing sensations. With each exhale, finding even a little bit more ease. It might feel good to kind of rock your head a little bit, forwards or backwards, and explore sensations over here. And when you're ready, go ahead and we'll switch sides. So bring your right fingers out to the right and drop your left ear over to the left shoulder. And we're just going to breathe some space and length into the right side of the neck. It might feel good just to stay still or add that sensation of maybe rocking your head forwards and back, exploring sensations, exploring movement. Let's take another big sip of breath here, in and out. And gently come back to center. So we're going to find a twist. Bring your left fingers across your right knee, right fingers behind you, and lift and open your twist to the right. Take a few breaths here. Without pushing or pulling so much, it's just letting your body move into the twist that feels really good for you this morning. Really bringing your awareness to your breath. And nice and easy, when you're ready, we'll switch sides. So right hand across the left knee and lift and spiral around to the left. And unwind and come back to center. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing next. So when you're ready, just take your fingertips behind you. They can be on the ground, or you can interlace your fingers with your nice tall spine. Just simply draw the shoulder blades back and down as you lift the chest a little bit. Your hands are on the ground. They might be there for a little bit of support. And open across the front of your chest. You can let your head fall back if that feels good. Lifting through your chin. And when you're ready, come back to center and simply walk your hands way out in front of you and melt your upper body into a fold. Allowing ease around the edges. Loosening your jaw. Nice and easy, taking your time to press yourself up. And we'll switch so the opposite leg is in front if you've got one shin in front of the other. And let's interlace the opposite thumb behind your back, or put your fingers on the ground and lift into a back bend again, whatever feels right for you. Maybe you're lifting your gaze and stretching up through your chin. And as you lift your gaze back to center, go ahead and take that big scoop up through your arms on an in-breath, and walk your hands out in front of you and fold once again, melting the upper body any amount. Steady the breath. Nice and easy when you're ready, sliding yourself up to sit nice and tall. So we're going to move into a nice big hip opener now, our pigeon pose. So come around onto your hands and your knees. And before we move into pigeon, we'll just do a couple cats and cows. So from your hands and knees, drop your belly, lift your gaze and take a breath in. As you exhale, round into your cat back, tuck the tail in and drop your head. Inhale, lift your tail, lift your gaze. Exhale, tuck. One more time, inhale, lift. And exhale, tuck it in. So nice and easy, walk your right knee forward behind your right wrist or your right thumb. And turn your right ankle forward. You can grab that foot and try to turn it forward more if that feels right for you. Draw your left leg way back behind you and sit up on your fingers. And you can stay nice and high here. Or you can go ahead and let that pigeon fall to sleep. Sleeping pigeon, maybe coming forward and down onto your forearms or laying down. You can grab a blanket for under your right hip if you need a prop. And see if you can melt here any amount. Focusing on your breath. Notice how with time and gravity you can get a little deeper and a little softer into your pose. You might feel the sensation of turning your left hip crease down towards the ground. Feel your right hip crease drawing back a little bit. And melt any amount. Let's take one more big sip of breath here, in and out, friends. And nice and easy when you're ready. Take your time to press yourself up. And nice and easy, unwind, and you can come onto your hands and your knees for a moment. From your hands and your knees, you might rock your hips a little bit from side to side or make some circles with those hips a little bit and just notice the sensations. And when you're ready, we'll switch sides. So we'll pull the left knee up and in behind the left wrist. Turn your left ankle forward. Maybe use your left hand to grab that left ankle and pull it forward a little bit and slide your right leg way back. And you can prop yourself up on your hands with your hips and heart facing forward, or you can lay that pigeon down to sleep. Again, use your props if you need to. Find a place where you can be still for a few minutes. Smoothing out your breath. Take just a couple more big, deep breaths here, just allowing time and gravity to do the work for you. And then notice what it feels like to take the biggest, deepest breath in and out you've taken yet today. Nice job. So take your time to come on up to your hands and your knees, unwind, and come back to your hands and your knees. Again, you might shake your hips from side to side. Maybe reverse that circle if you did circle on one side when we did the first side. And just notice those overall feelings in your hips. Good. Then slowly walk your knees forward behind your wrists, cross your ankles, and as you reach your hips back, swing your legs around in front of you. For staff pose, Dandasana, with your sits bones wide, maybe a little bend in your knees or your legs straight. Go ahead and reach forward for your toes and bow forward and down. Maybe you're not holding on to the toes necessarily. Maybe you're letting your arms just rest. But just let your upper body melt. Hear your breath. Nowhere to go, nothing you need to do, just focus on your breath. Let's take another big breath here, in and out. And slowly, friends, just roll yourself up to sit, and we're going to make our way onto our back. So bend your knees, step your feet on the ground, and slowly roll yourself all the way down onto your back. And as you come onto your back this morning, go ahead and cross your right ankle over your left thigh. With your right ankle over your left thigh, just drop your legs over to the left. The right sole of the foot might come flat to the ground. Bring your right arm out to the right. And as you turn your gaze towards your right fingers, go ahead and close your eyes. And take some deep breaths here, in and out. If you're feeling really open and you want to add your bind today, take the fingers on your left hand, the peace fingers, your pointer finger and middle fingers, hook them around your big right toe and extend your right leg straight out to the left. And keep relaxing your right shoulder. Softening as you breathe, nice and steady. And nice and easy, when you're ready, unwind. Step your feet on the ground, find neutral hips, and then bring your knees into the chest and just give yourself a little hug before we move to the second side, maybe rocking from side to side. Take a breath in and out. And when you're ready, step your feet on the floor. And now we're going to cross the left ankle over the right thigh. And gently let those legs fall over to the right. The left sole of the foot might come flat to the ground. Extend your left arm out to the left and your gaze towards your left fingers, or close your eyes. And just watch as the time passes, as your body stretches at its own free will. You don't have to force anything. From time to time, you might scan your body. Notice where you might be holding physical tension, where you might be able to soften. And if you want to add that bind, take the peace fingers on your right hand, grab your big left toe and stretch out through that left leg, but try to keep that left shoulder relaxed. Let's take another big sip of breath here, in and out. And in no particular hurry at all. Take your time to unwind. Bring your knees into the chest, and again, just check in, maybe gently rock from side to side. Notice sensations. And when you're ready, step your feet on the ground, neutral spine, neutral hips, and go ahead and extend your right leg straight up to the sky. The left foot can stay on the ground, but hold on behind your right thigh or interlace your fingers there, or you can walk those hands up the back of your right leg and simply draw that right leg down towards your upper body. Now, just for today, I want you to press your leg into the hands, and the hands are going to pull back on the leg, and you'll get more of a release through your low back. And then you can stay here with a little bit of ease. You can extend that left leg straight if you'd like. But let's just gently keep drawing that leg down towards your upper body. Smooth breaths in and out. You might even pull your forehead up and in to touch that knee. When you're ready, release the head. Hold on to that foot or your ankle or your shin and pull that right knee down towards your right armpit. Relax the shoulders. Another big deep breath here, in and out. And when you're ready, go ahead and step that foot on the ground. And then we'll switch sides. So pull your left leg straight up to the sky. And when you're ready, take your hands behind that thigh or interlace your fingers and walk your hands up the back of that left leg, any amount. And so we'll start by hands pull on the leg while the leg pushes back into the hands. Feel that release in your low back. And then slowly keep drawing that leg towards your upper body with your shoulders relaxed. Perhaps extending your right leg straight out on the ground, if that feels available for you today. Nice big breaths in and out, friends. Giving your body a little love here this morning. Perhaps pulling your forehead up and in, maybe the nose to the knee. And as you release your head to the ground, go ahead and release that foot. Step it on the ground and now extend both legs long on the ground. Reach your arms way up overhead, and we're going to find Banana Asana. So keep your hips where they are, but walk your feet around to the left. So walk your legs, your feet around to the left. So you're going to start to get a nice big stretch to the right side. Some people like to cross the right ankle over the left thigh, or right ankle over the left ankle, or vice versa. Sometimes people like it better with the left ankle over the right. Today, I'm liking the left on top, but it's up to you. And with your shoulders soft. Now, some people just take their arms out to goalpost arms here and just get the stretch through the right side here. Some people like to take the left hand over to grab that right hand and pull the right hand across to the left. You can turn your gaze to the left. Or you can scoot your shoulders over to the left if you want more of an intense stretch. Just relax the whole body and feel that nice stretch through the right side. Banana asana, this is called. Just take another big, beautiful breath here, in and out. When you're ready, release your arms. Scoot your shoulders back to center. Unwind your legs. Scoot your legs back to center. Walk your knees into your chest again and just give yourself a hug. Gentle squeeze, maybe gently rock from side to side before we move to that banana asana on the second side. So when you're ready, extend your legs long on the ground and just simply walk your legs around to the right, any amount. And you might cross your left ankle over the right or your right ankle over the left, whichever feels better for you on this side. Maybe do the same thing you did on the other side if that feels okay. You're going to scoot your shoulders perhaps to the right a little bit. And you could find cactus arms, goalpost arms, or your right hand clasps your left wrist and turn your gaze to the right. Just feel that stretch all along the left side of your body. Letting your mind rest on the rhythm of your breath. Breath and sensations. There's no pain in yoga, so if you ever have to modify, feel free to do so. Let's take one more big breath here, in and out. And when you feel like you've had enough on this side, just lift your gaze, release your hands, and start to just gently shimmy your upper body back to center. Unwind your feet and bring your legs back to center, and then bring your knees into the chest and give yourself a hug and gently rock from side to side, giving yourself a nice big breath in and out. And this time you might pull your forehead up and in and squeeze into a little ball. And then as you release your head, go ahead and stretch your legs out nice and long, past the front corners of your mat. Draw your shoulders down and wide as you turn your palms up away from the sides of your body. Let your fingertips gently curl in. And take a nice big breath in. And exhale, release everything into the ground. Just let go. Noticing all the tingling sensations in your body. Watching your breath. Enjoying the stillness. Just let go. scanning your body, noticing if there's anywhere that you can relax any percent. Noticing where there might be any sense where you can let go any deeper. When you're ready, simply take your thumbs and brush them to the inside of your index fingers, your middle fingers, your ring fingers, and your pinky fingers, just noticing sensations. And when you're ready, step your right foot on the ground and step your left foot on the ground and gently roll over on to your side. And nice and easy, in no particular hurry. Take your time to roll yourself up to a seated posture and close your eyes. We'll close our practice together. Just simply bring your hands to your heart space and notice the subtle shift of energy at the end of your practice. Let's take a nice big spacious breath in, softening your belly. Exhale it out. Bowing head to heart. Thank you so much for joining us this morning for our practice or practices, depending on if you came for the first half hour or both, the first core practice and the restorative practice. I hope you feel amazing. It's all I want for you. I hope you feel amazing for the remainder of the day, and I hope to see you tomorrow morning for our practice. Have an amazing day. Namaste. Thank you, beautiful friends. Thank you so much for being a part of our yoga community. Thank you for practicing with us. I love you guys. Take good care. Bye.